Press Secretary Sanders gave an interview today and predicted that after the next 3 years of Trump's first term, Americans are going to be begging for 4 more years of his tenure. And she assessed his first 9 months in office as highly successful. Um, Now, most of us, and I'm not even saying that to be political because polling has shown the lack of approval of his performance. Most of us would think she was living in a bizarro world for her comments. And I am, to that same degree, understanding of where one would have that assessment. But you have to also take this into account. Historically, since the beginning of press secretaries, they have had a continuous trend of going out of their way to make the worst presidents look as if they're just performing excellent. Whether it was Fletcher or Perino, they did everything they could to try and market the image of the president. You have to understand another thing is that when you're in a position of authority, such as a press secretary, and you're being paid a very, very nice salary, it is hard to objectively look at the performance of the person that you are supposed to be representing, the president or the chief executive. Now, I've spoken in the past about the upcoming election, and I have repeatedly said that it could go either way at this point, but I'm still leaning more toward Trump being able to squeeze out another victory, and that's not due to his performance, it's not due to the job he's doing, it's not due to any quote-unquote good thing that has come out of him, if you can even call it that. It's based on the fact that when you have only one other major political party and they manage to completely miss what caused his first victory, they're doomed to repeat the mistakes of their past. And 3 years might seem like a long time from now, but think about it. By the end of next month, it's only going to be 2 years, and we're going to get closer and closer. And people have to stop failing to realize that all of this could have been avoided. And there are factors that the people at the top do not put in place. And what I mean by that is, even if his approval rating is 30%, he can still win based off of a marginalized Democratic Party. And even one where they nominate one of their corporate individuals, like a Booker, like a Harris, like a Gillibrand. Those are all various individuals that have been touted as potential candidates in that upcoming Democratic primary. And if they do that, mark my words, you heard it here first. Well, maybe not really. It will be a disaster for their chances of preventing him from getting re-election. I don't care how much money they throw at those three or anyone else. It is going to be a bloodbath in terms of how horribly they do in that election cycle. So that's the only thing I can really take apart from her comments. But other than that, the whole begging and wanting more, no. The only way you can kind of suggest that is if the person the Democrats run is just so terrible, as in corporate up the max, which even in that case, you're still going to have a sizable percentage of people that just vote for them because they're not Trump. So we'll find out as time passes.